What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about MXC and HNT, two different cryptos that have an approach to wireless connectivity in a way that I actually really like. I was asked to take a look at this, so I thought I would, and I'll give you my opinion on what I'm thinking. Before I do, I update the spreadsheet, the first 26 coins that I spoke about on the channel. If you had invested $100 into each of these when I released videos about them, and you were still holding that crypto, be in profit for over 21,000. They're not the coins that I own. If you want to see the coins that I own, you can come check out Copy My Crypto. Right now, we are in a bear cycle. Things are going to decline even more significantly. Probably still got, at least a 30% correction on, or I wouldn't say at least, 25% correction on Bitcoin, which will probably lead to a 50% or so correction for most altcoins. It's an opportunity, so make sure you're researching the cryptos that you like. Make sure you still like them. Be objective, be critical. If you don't have time to actually do the research, you can come see what I'm saying. All I'm spending my time doing at the moment is diving into cryptos and finding out which ones I really like and trying to extrapolate which ones I believe can do significant gains. Same way I did with Phantom, which is still up 124 times from when I did a Udemy course about it. So when I think these coins can do the 20x's, 40x's, 50x's or so, I'm going to be obviously investing, and I'll be sharing those investments with everyone on the site. So if you want to learn which ones I'm going to be getting in on, click the link in the description and check it out. Okay, so MXC and HNT both have an approach to wireless connectivity effectively. Now, MXC is part of the IoT devices, same as Helium. Helium, to be fair, is also Web3. Both have heavy investment from ventures for obvious reasons. Now, both use different consensus mechanisms. Helium uses proof of coverage, and MXC uses proof of participation. Basically, the distinction there is that proof of coverage, is rewarding users for mining, which is basically validating the transactions and ensuring stability. With MXC, it's the rewards are based on supernodes. So if you're a supernode runner, then you can get the rewards. And I quite like it as a concept, to be fair. So what I've actually been taking a look at, firstly, Helium is ahead of the game, is ahead of MXC for sure. Hotspots that Helium currently run is pretty damn good. 800,000 nearly. And it's basically a new way that you can connect to the internet. It's a new way you can utilize IoT devices. And you can mine HNT with hotspots via radio technology. So it's not expensive. Hotspots work together to form their new wireless network and undertake their proof of coverage. They're built by a variety of vendors to suit your needs, and you can actually look at using them. So you can start looking into build either getting or utilizing a Helium console, and you can utilize Helium network. I like it. People's network is the world's fastest growing wireless network ever. Interesting if that's true. And look, we need different ways. We can't have energy these energy conglomerates running everything. So Helium as a concept, fantastic. MXC, similar. So MXC has supernodes that you can use to effectively provide yourself with coverage to devices around the world. Like I said, similar premise. And to be fair, with regards to a supernode, their whole concept is about reforming the data and transmission market. Sorry. And the MXC token fuels the economy in the same way that the HNT crypto fuels their economy. And it's, a multi-token mining, staking crypto. Data Dash app allows you to do this. I quite like this. I've not actually tried the Data Dash app, and I will have a little go. But they're highlighting that, look, data is the new gold. And this is something that people do need to realize. Like, why do, where Google, Facebook make their money is data. I've told this story before, but like Zuckerberg went to Africa in like 5-6 years ago now, might be more. When the M-Peso was about, and that was a mobile transaction that sent money. I can't remember. I've forgot where the which country it was located in now. But the M-Peso, right? People would literally just send a text, and via that text there would be a small transaction paying for a service or transferring money. And it was revolutionary. It ended up being really beneficial for all the shops in the area. It was beneficial for the economy in the area. Zuckerberg went down to start speaking to the locals, start speaking to shop owners and business owners. But he wasn't interested in the crypto. Effectively, this was one of the first cryptos, right? Sort of, right? But he wasn't interested in that. He was interested in the data, because he realized that this technology allowed millions and millions of microtransactions throughout the day. And what you can do with those microtransactions is get data. That's why he went. He wanted to learn about that, because data is where the money is. So MXC is leveraging this in a clever way. Get ready for your own data mining. Data Dash is taking crypto, IoT, and data into the future. Data is the new gold, or if data is the new gold, and it is. So you can set up your data miners with the Data Dash app and watch the progress, watch your earnings, and cash out whenever you want. It's high earning mining made simple. And all you have to do is install it. And the Data Dash app is available everywhere. I'm not plugging it. This isn't a sponsored thing. But using the Data Dash, you'll be able to stake your tokens with the power of their supernode network, and healthy returns on the amount you stake each month, every month. Really interesting concept. Factoring in the supernodes as well. I've not been able to. I can see the providers of the supernodes, but I can't actually see how many are up and running, which I'd be intrigued by. Both I really like. I wholeheartedly really like. I'm probably a little more bullish on MXC, but one thing I'll say with Helium are doing so well with their hotspots and with their ecosystem that is beginning to grow in a pretty good way. They've got a number of different integrations for IoT devices. They've got a number of weird but useful actual data info, like air quality monitoring, odd stuff that has real benefit for niche areas. But you can see that there is a purpose to this in a way that there isn't necessarily a purpose to a lot of cryptos. My honest opinion is both have exceptional quality here, and I see the benefit of this. I don't like having to use a conglomerate business with the internet. I don't like that as a setup, and I sort of like this new ecosystem, this new methodology behind it. Now, Helium and MXC are obviously going to both decline dramatically during this bear cycle. I would expect MXC to decline far greater. MXC has a market cap of effectively $240 million. Helium's is 1.5 billion. From where they are right now, I could certainly see Helium dropping down to $4, maybe less. Depending on, I mean, the key thing would be obviously the length of the bear cycle. If we're in a if we head towards a recession, which we clearly are, how long that recession lasts has an impact. And if that recession's a year, we could see declines down to $2 or $3, maybe $1. But I'd expect MXC to drop more. And MXC almost certainly down to $0.01. I could see that for sure. The only distinction for both of these is they are actual businesses as well, effectively. And they have users. So that might stop both of these from having the significant decline that we see with some cryptos. And that would be very, very intriguing. And that will be interesting. But I expect MXC to drop at least a quarter. At least 3/4. Down to 2 cents or so, 2-3 cents. And that would be a pretty good investment opportunity. You got to bear in mind, it was under $0.01 till July of 2020. So it could feasibly drop back to that level. That would be a pretty good opportunity. Helium pretty much was hovering at $1 for most of its lifespan, and then started running up last year. Helium could still drop back down to $1. MXC could drop down to below $0.01. Logically, Helium's probably got greater upside given its previous all-time high of around $50. But MXC, as they develop and as they start building partnerships, if they continue to do that and they get big business integrated, because they've got huge investors and huge backers, Fumbushi is one of them, but if they can get big business integrated into MXC, I would expect that we would see a pretty good run for MXC. But the problem is, you're not going to see, you could see $1. You're not going to see more than that for MXC, not in the next year or two. But if it is $1, it's a 2.6 billion market cap. So if it drops to 1 cent, this is one that could feasibly, if they integrate with big business, if they integrate with, if they have people utilizing their supernodes and their network widens, it could be 100x. But it has to still decline a lot because it can't 100x from where it is right now. It's just not possible. It's not going to hit $9, not unless massive, earth-shattering news comes out about it. So Helium probably for the win. Just depends. I mean, the biggest thing, guys, fundamentally are two things. I like both coins. I like a change in narrative for the wireless tech. I'm sick of, I don't want to use Virgin and BT. So I like that. The only question really is the level of decline in price, because both of these can do 50x's or more, but that's dependent on huge decline in price for both. Helium would have to get back down to $1 to be reasonably confident of a 50x, because at least it hit that high recently. So it's got a shot. MXC has to get down to $0.01. MXC has to do more though, because they have to continue innovating. They have to onboard businesses that either utilize their supernodes, promote their supernodes, or have strong partnerships with them. But both have a really decent amount of potential. So the question is the depth of the depth of the bear cycle. We've seen cryptos in previous bear cycles drop 96%. If that happens, these both look fantastic. But I don't think we're having the depth of a bear cycle that we have previously, because we've got too many institutions or waiting, getting in on crypto. We've got too many institutions in crypto. We've got too many. We've got countries that have accepted crypto. So I think the depth of dive is smaller, but both are awesome. Both are awesome. And if they do change, if they actually end up disrupting the wireless sector, then they could do far greater gains than even I'm stating here. But that would be talking about taking over and beating conglomerates. That's not easy to do. So my evaluation would be, I've got to wait, see how low they go. If they go low enough, if they go, like I say, helium down to $1, that would be phenomenal. MXC below 1 cent would be good. If they're continuing to grow, you'd have to keep an eye on the project and their Telegram and everything else. Hope that helps. Hope that answers your question. And that's it from me. And if you're and if you want to know what I'm getting in on the bear cycle, then you can come check out Copy My Crypto. I've been building the list of coins that I'm excited about for a while. Now is the time where I actually review that list. And all I'm doing at the moment is spending every single day checking out the status of those projects. How have they moved forward? Do I still feel the same way? Are the positives that I identified still positives? Are the negatives that I identified still there? And when I think any of them are in a position where they can do the gains that I said Phantom could do, then I'm going to invest. And if you want to know what they are, join me. Anyway, take it easy. Bye-bye.